leader, even only being a sophomore.
I mean, just sometimes you have it. I mean, she just has the total package. And right there, just showing ways to get on base. Just takes the pitch and gets the leadoff man aboard for Northwestern today.
She's going to wear that one.
Let's just blow this game out the water. It was just a masterclass of hitting.
That one's chopped right out of the circle. Smith will get it. And that's an off-balance throw, and it's just going to go into right field. Making her way all the way to third is Robinson. I believe they're going to call that one an E1.
But just got unlucky, slipped out of the hands, and now brings up Katie for the Wildcats.
Shows bunt, throw down to second on the steal call, and they got her stuck in a pickle. Tag applied from Quartercracks, and what a play from the Buckeyes defensively.
And that was just a beautifully turned play, and it came at the most important time.
That one's on the ground to Quartercracks. Fields looks, throws down to third. Robinson's going to be in a pickle. Church flips it back. They got the lead runner.
And Cammie Quartercracks, not Big Ten, all to 143 of those. That's 95% of the career games she's been starting.
And that one is cracked to left field. That's long gone.
Get the tape measure out for that one. My goodness, that goes off the Shoemaker Center behind in left field. She put that one on a rope, and Northwestern, despite giving away a couple outs here, still finds a way to get on the board early.
And just the incredible talents they have. That one's going to be on the ground to bump. Fielded cleanly. That's a good bounce back to end the inning. Not before Zedak shows off that pop again.
Second pitch and can hit, and Gradzolana gets the start last night and then gets the start in the circle.
And Cordelletti's going to start one backside to left. Zedak's going to haul it in.
And Cordelletti there did what you're supposed to do. Didn't try to do too much. Went the opposite way with it. Pitch on the outside corner. Just hit it right at Zedak. It's in about the last 5 games or so, including that Rutgers series, Dayton, and Northwestern last night. I mean, she's been good offensively lately.
Donahue. That's on number 2. Dang.
Pretty plain player.
Into short right field. Great over-the-shoulder catch from Robinson. And that'll end the inning. The Cats would love it if Donahue could get her 22nd walk of the season. She's going to poke that one to right. Heckman towards the line. That's a quick out, number 1. That's always the interesting thing about softball as well. Is you could go from speed to then slowness like that. Quartercracks over to first. But it also just kind of shows the differences in how, flipping over to 1. That one's going to be into short right field, and it's going to scamper its way into the gap. Turns on the burners, heads for second. She's in there with a stand-up double, and her hot streak against the Buckeyes continues. And runners in scoring position. That one's off the glove, a bump. All she can do is eat it. So as I was saying, they hit over 290 in these situations, and it shows why.
5 out of the last 6 games of a homer.
That one's on a rope. And a right to Quartercrack. She'll say thank you, and that'll end the inning.
Smith didn't back down that.
She'll be ahead 0-2 on Quartercracks. That one's off the end of the bat. Robinson will flip it. That's out, number 1.
That time Quartercracks there protecting the plate.
Coverage from us here on Big Ten Plus. Don't go anywhere for that if you want to watch the remainder of this one. It's high into the infield. And caught from because it's all dirt. That one's into right field. Easy one for Nader, and another 1-2-3 inning for the. In the air to center. Is that going to drop? In and out of the glove of Epley.
Might have been knocked down a little last night. Amazing for Northwestern.
The 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be inside out to Quartercracks. No one moving. Smith going through the signals. That one's on the other side to Quartercracks, right through. And here comes the runner on the way home. It's Nader. Another good piece of hitting from Zedak. And another RBIs. It's 3-0.
I think they're going to give that one an air.
A different pitcher tonight from Smith.
No, absolutely. A lot of different approaches.
Lofted to short left field. Quartercracks off the run. She's able to make that one.
And flashing the leather that time, comes off the air, makes a nice little leaping catch.
It's just a difference of coaching philosophy.
Absolutely.
And the 1-2. Called strike 3. Good look there from Smith. But she does allow another one.
Yeah, just
What does that do to a team's mental? That one's in the air to left. A jumping catch from Zidak. She's doing it on both sides today.
yeah, absolutely. She didn't take the best path.
0 for 3 yesterday. Inside's out to short left. Going back is Donahue. That one's in the air to left. Zidak again. And that will end the inning. So the left side of that Wildcats defense was put on task today. We're going to the 4th. Still, so they're at the lower half. That one's in the air to left center. Cordelletti will range it in.
But also, it's just part of it as well is just really what Coach Drahan told us, trying to find consistency offensively.
You know, doubled in her first AB. That one's in the air to left field. That's going to get off the top of the wall. She turns, gets back to first. Great defense from Tegan Cordelletti, but still a loud single.
I mean, Cordelletti played that about as perfectly as you can play it.
Did all of them really as a pinch runner. That one's on the ground. Let's see if they can flip 2. Over to second, on to first, not in time. And you immediately see the coaching staff for Northwestern calling to put the goggles on or the earmuffs on. They want to have a review here.
Yeah, that was very, very close.
First, that 1-2-3 double play. That one's got to charge into it to center. Way over the wall. Kansas Robinson hits her first of the series.
Wow. I mean, she put that dead center field over the 220 mark.
At this point is they're still up big.
It's more clawing their way up, building the lead.
The 0-1 pitch in the air to left. Cordelletti will take that, and that'll end the inning. But Robinson really puts a charge
over the hump here, and that would be a huge start to start this third inning.
She has missed a little bit. That one's in the air to left, and right to Zidak again, the second F7 of the F. A big open stance from Burns. Taking all the way and getting past the catcher, Ray. Up to second goes Heckman. Home runs for the Buckeyes this year. Off the end of the bat in the infield. Robinson calls everybody off. Good bounce back.
Absolutely.
No. Bat will most likely stay near that back shoulder. And it does. She takes the free one down to first.
I just lose outs. A couple runners on. This is what you dream of as a kid.
Strike 3. Way to bounce back, Grudzalanik. She gets out of a tough one.
She bent, but she didn't break. I mean, just what a job to work up.
Here, out of Smith. It's on the ground right to her. That's a piece of cake for round number 1.
Yeah, I mean, no kidding. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that for Allison Smith. Just
tested against some of the best in the country. That's also got to charge into it to center. Off the top of the wall. Here comes the throw to second. Close, but not in time. Another extra base hit from Zidak, and was just inches away from her second big fly of the day.
That's the second one for Northwestern today.
And Lamone was in center yesterday for a little while. That one's a slow one in the air. Weird bounce. Can't get the transfer off. Wonder if they're going to call that. Just fouled down the third base line.
That thing just hooked out at the last moment, but Donna ready to attack. Got the pitch she liked and sent it down that left field line. Just couldn't get it there. But
70, and OPS at just a tick over 1,000 as that one's going to go into the gap, and it'll get down for extra bases. One run comes around. Zidak being held at third. She goes through the sign anyway. The relay in, not in time. Donahue makes her way to third. It is a 2 RBI double, and it is 7-0 Wildcats.
Sometimes you just don't see that. Gets the third on the pass ball by Church. Wasn't able to cleanly come up with it, and so gets an extra 60 feet. We talked about that run roll
101 on the nose for Smith last night. The slow one again in the air, caught by Quartercracks. Big out number 2.
Like you said, big quarter.
See what 00 has in the back pocket. That one's a weak one. Quartercracks will call it, and that'll end the inning. So still 1 run shy of the run rule, but Miller comes in and closes and flare. That one's up the middle, and it's going to get through for the first Buckeye hit of the afternoon. There goes the no-no.
I mean, it's something.
A 4-pitch walk to Church, and 2 will be on. 1-2. That one's off the end of the bat into right field. Nader moving, able to make the catch. Runner is moving up. That's Farley. So a productive out to move the runner to the corner. There's 2 on the corners for the Buckeye. See the outcome. Goes inside. That one's flared into the infield. Grudzelanek only take a couple steps back for out number 2.
Right on cue. Just ran that one inside. Bump not able to extend.
Cordelletti to left. Zidak. That's now the 3rd straight flyout to left field for Cordelletti. And that's another clean frame for Northwestern. Anna Lindsay looking to continue her on-base streak. She'll send one in the air to center. Lamone's got it for out number 1.
This is a big inning.
Some of her games from last year in the regionals. On the ground to Quartercracks. Off the end of the glove. And Robinson will reach safely. Wonder if they call that a single or an error. They immediately tallied a single, but we've seen them change.
Cleanly, but it's tough to do.
Off the glove of Burns. So Robinson straddles her way to second on the wild pitch. Infield, Lawson Kroom, and the rest of our Big Ten Plus crew. As Nader watches a close one. Just getting the call her way. Miller's not too to the single and walk. That one's going to be on the ground to Farley. Can they turn it to short to first? Just missed by a step. So you get the runner going to second. Now on the corners with 2 away for Zidak. Goes with the heater, but a bit above the zone, and it is bases loaded for the catcher, Emma Ray.
I think that's just a good idea for Miller. What you can do here, I think you just pound 2 straight. Do you come back with the 3rd?
She does, and it's right back to her off the glove. Easy one over to first, and another jam that is competed with and closed for the Buckeyes of Taylor Heckman. The 2-hole. Big cut and miss. And that's a strikeout on Lamone.
You have confidence right now, just dealing a shutout.
Burns on a line. Great catch by Donahue.
Now Donahue over there at short has been showcasing.
Stay true to our ways. 3-2, a slow one. Little flip from Grudzelanek, and that'll end the inning. Ohio State, they got to get 3 and then try to tack on 7, but Northwestern trying to add playing short to end this game. But you never know. He's behind 0-2. And sat down in 3 pitches.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Miller just getting ahead of Curry that time. And just getting the extra people out.
That one's in the air to center. That's got some carry. That's out of here. Cunningham's first hit of the season, and her first at-bat's a homer.
What a way to break into the season. Cunningham, we know she can hit. Just hasn't really hit at the collegiate level here so far this year.
Smiles just above that first base dugout.
I mean, that thing just kept carrying and carrying. Lamone turning inside out.
Walking away smiling, so there's something good to be said there. As that one's also hit into center field. Lamone will watch it fly. Back-to-back big flies for the Wildcats.
Now it's just teeing off And 3 out of the 4 homers today for Northwestern have. And I mean, as a team, Northwestern can hit the ball out of the park. 14 homers coming into today. That's tied 4th in the Big Ten. And they have played the least amount of games in the Big Ten.
And you can imagine how it feels for her here, even striking out on 3 pitches, just being able to get involved in a. I just saw your face. You went, oh, man, I didn't even think of that. The 0-1 chopped on the ground. Quarter cracks deep in the hole. Great throw and stretch between the shortstop and first baseman. And that will end the inning. But Northwestern adds on 2 more thanks to some big flies.
More flexible than it is on the baseball side of things.
That one's in the air. Short left. Great attempt from Donahue, but that'll drop. Nori rounding to second to throw in time. She gets underneath it.
Wow. Aggressive base running from Nori. You wouldn't think that.
Yeah, that would not be pretty. And that's going to be a walk. 2 runners on for the Buckeyes. If Church gets the green light here. She does not and no need to. Bases are juiced.
This is the best opportunity for Ohio State today. Bases loaded, no one down.
Not an easy spot to be put into. And Hackenbrack wears it. And there goes that shutout.
We talked about right just there, just 2 seconds ago. Not an easy spot to be put into. Comes in and just drills Hackenbrack on the first pitch.
1-1 cut on something in the dirt. The throw down to second.
Oh,
that's a close one. Woo!
Yeah, no kidding. You see Robinson looking to the dugout immediately, trying to get them to review. A lot of green grass out there.
1-2 into that gap, and you called it, partner. That's going to plate at least 1. There's a second. Here goes the 3rd runner. She's in there as well. A jailbreak double for Bump, and now we're getting interesting.
Had that sunshine. I mean, it doesn't get any better.
1-1 also into the gap, right in front of Zedak, and she's got some trouble with it. On the way to second's Cordelletti.
You're right, partner.
Either way, it's 2-2 to Heckman. That one's in the air to right center field. That's got a chance. That's gone. This is getting interesting.
Oh, partner, she just missed it on the last pitch. If she straightened that out, that was gone.
I mean, the replay here. Nader was going back, stumbled her way to the wall, but even then.
Has walked 4, and now hits Jasmine Burns.
And quarter cracks comes up as you know Wildcats are looking for it, trying to turn their 10th of the year. That one's going to be popped up in the infield. Katie catches it right on the bag. Crucial out number 1. Massive pitch for Cunningham. Uses that drop ball, and that's out number 2.
Huge. Just pulls the string on there. And
Farley in the air to center. Lindsay has it. And that's going to end a close one. Northwestern, they let it get close at the end, but they come away unscathed and take the second game of the series.
Got a treat at the end. 9 combined runs. That's another series win for Northwestern.
And their 11th victory in a row. They have now been a team that everyone they have faced has been scared